Guys, welcome back to the channel. S here from s&a'sorgnitecreations. Now this is going to be a little bit of a different video for you. It's story time, alright? So Uncle S is got a story for you. So I guess sit back and enjoy it. Hopefully you like it. We'll see. What I'm drinking here is organic black tea with rooibos, which is always organic. I believe it's pretty much always organic. Only grown in Africa. Can't grow anywhere else. Haven't fully looked into it, but it seems like it's a good tea to drink. It's what you want, right? It's also got some MCT oils in there. All right, now story time. So this is going to be about protection. Now, yeah, I know what you're thinking, and you're spot on. So, you know how it goes. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably, in a relationship, had kids, you're old enough to know what I'm talking about. All right, so boy meets girl. All right, it's a thing. It happens. As they get to know each other and all the rest of it, you want to show them things. You want to. Things that you're into, like that's even worse, maybe. Your hobbies, things like that. You want to get to know each other. You go on dates. You go candlelit dinners. You want to do all that. You want to be romantic. I'm not very romantic, unfortunately, for my partner. But yeah. So we'll throw on a good meal. I can cook and all the rest of it. Believe it or not, I can cook. And anyway, so you have these experiences together. You grow as a couple, right? So boy meets girl. When it comes to that time, and you want to take it to the next step, all right? And I know as well for a fact that these things that we're going to talk about here, it can happen anywhere. It can be spontaneous, it can be quite exciting, and you can do this outdoors. I've done it outdoors. In nature. Get the breeze happening, that's good. And then, you can do it indoors, which is probably most people do, right? So, but yes, we want to talk about protection, okay? So, just say, not me, maybe the guy, maybe he, is working, whatever, and, she's around the place, the partner, the girlfriend at the time, and, things are getting, I guess, heated up or whatever. He could be working, he might he might appeal very he might look really good, to her. Anyway, he's outside. Just say story time. He's outside. He's working in the shed, say, and hey, things are getting heated. So what happens? Like I was saying, it can happen anywhere. So you get it done. All right. So you organise the place. Yeah. Say it's in the shed. Say it's a clean shed. Who knows, right? So so you want to organise. You want to lay out an area, right, for where this event's gonna take place. You want to lay out an area, nice clean area. Get all your equipment or things in line, and it can happen. It depends. It doesn't have to be planned, but it can be planned somewhat. All right. And before you know it, you're getting ready. Okay. It comes down to the point where you're going to need the protection, okay? So you're going to whip out the gear, and I'm going to show you something too. I'm going to whip out the gear. All right, so maybe they're into it. So they get into it, and first things first, you need protection. So you need to, if it's not on, it's not on, okay? So when it comes time to do the process, you're going to whip it out. I'm going to show you what I use, okay? Believe it or not, I'm going to show you what protection I use. Yes, it is a large piece. Here we go, protection. All right, so protection, what you want to do is before it goes down in the shed, because this is where this story is happening, it's in the shed, it's going down. So the man, wants to show her his hobby, what he wants to do. So that is create an orgonite or resin art or something like that, okay? This is protection. So before you guys do anything, you need protection, okay? Now, I don't care if your resin is, if it says that it's completely non-toxic, well, it's like, polyester is never Non-toxic is always toxic, but just say your epoxy, you know, it'll say low VOCs or no VOCs, this non-toxic, la 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 la. There's a couple of brands out there, a few brands out there that say they're completely safe, like you don't need a mask and all the rest of it, right? But I indeed would, because why wouldn't you? It's your health, and if you have something like this, now I'm going to get into this more, what it is and how it works and what's it for and all the rest of it. I mean, you can see where it goes, right? The protection piece. Why not invest in something, because it is your health. All right, so just wear one, just get one, and it is best to have a full face mask. See how my eyes are protected, because a lot of the stuff, a lot of the resins, they get to your eyes and irritate, and could lead to blindness. Excuse me for the sniffle, it's a bit weird. Can lead to blindness. If you're breathing it in, you're consuming it. If you're breathing it, you are consuming it. That can lead to cancer, infertility. If you got, it can damage an unborn child, like, the fetus or the growing baby inside the mother. The list goes on. It's dangerous for the environment. A lot of them. So, fun fact, every single resin you buy, there has to be a safety data sheet. All right, so, and then there's a technical data sheet as well, which goes into the mixture, the hardness, the whatever, temperatures, all the rest of it. All right, what you're supposed to be doing. And but the safety data sheet, all of them worldwide is layered in a specific way. It goes from, say, 1 to maybe 15 or 1 to 12 or something like that. All of them are the same. So once you understand the layout, you can highlight what sections you need to for your health to look at it. So section, I'm not 100% sure, but it's like 3 main sections you want to know. I think it's, don't quote me, it may be section 2, 8, and 11, something like that. But you'll be able to see it, because I think section 2 is where all the hazardous, like what is it going to do to your health? Is it going to, like, don't breathe it, like eye irritant, it's going to irritate your skin, like causes rashes or whatever. And one of the sections is like PPE, personal, whatever that is. You put personal protection equipment, like what to wear and stuff like that, like gloves, aprons, whatever. All right, so then you can go through that. Every place that sells resin, they have to provide that. Some of the places, like websites, whatever, they'll say, message us and they'll send it. Legally, they have to provide it. A lot of websites just have it on there, so you can click it, either download it or view it, so you know what you're getting yourself into, okay? But regardless of all that, I don't care if it's not completely non-toxic and it's hunky-dory and it's beautiful for the environment, it doesn't matter. I would always still wear one of these, because it is still a chemical reaction. It's still going to off gas. It's still going to do whatever. It's got to do something to cause it to go hard. And if it's a resin that even if you can't smell it, that doesn't mean you're not consuming it, because you are breathing. All right. So it is best to do all resins outside, but that can be quite hard as well. Because the weather's different. It might be windy, blowing a lot of dust, and you don't want all that in your, if you're doing clear casting, for instance, you don't want particles in there. And also, if the sun's blaring down, like, you can be out, if you're outside, like underneath a veranda or a gazebo or something like that, some sort of veranda, then that would be better if it's really pelting down the sun, because the sun will really affect the chemical reaction of hardening up. You might just overdo it, your stuff will crack, whatever. So there's lots of variables. Where inside, it's more a controllable environment. You know what you're getting into, heat-wise and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's that. Now, what I use here, when you get filters and your mask, I'll hold this back up again. Excuse me. Okay, let's get a visual. So this brand here, it's Dragger, I think you can say it or something. Can you see that on the canister? It might be backwards in there, I'm not too sure. So it's on there, it's on the side of the mask, you might not be able to see it. But that's what brand is. This is a really good, when I looked into it, it was a really good brand, high end, more expensive. I think just the mask itself was $350 odd or something, or it might have been closer to $4. They've got this brand's got a lot of different ones, but I chose this one, And the canisters, what you need it to do, so this particular canister, right, so it's an A2B2P3. So the A2 is what you want when you're looking at it for a filter. The A2 is what you want for your organic vapors and stuff like that. It's going to like filter out like acetones and stuff like that. And your resins, your vapors, organic, inorganic vapors, whatever they are. So you're not going to smell it. When I wear this mask and it's done it properly, you've got to have a proper seal around your face. And when you breathe, or how you test it, you breathe it, because this bottom piece here, this is where the air, like the intake is when you breathe, it comes in through there. So you block that when it's on, and you can feel the suction. So then you know you've got a good seal around your face. All right, so that's important. If you feel air coming in anywhere, then you know you haven't sealed it properly. All right, or you need to adjust. So just some advice, if you've got one of these, whatever, the straps there that are flapping around, that you pull it to tighten it. The best thing to do, because your face is somewhat even, you make sure the strap length is roughly the same, because if one's really long and one's short, then it's going to throw the mask off, and that's where you'll get gaps, if you understand what I'm saying. Air pockets all coming in, okay, instead of through the filter. All right, so there's that. Yeah, so the A2 on the filter, what they are, the A2 is that the organic vapors, inorganic, whatever vapors, acetones, whatever, airborne fumes or whatever. So that filters that out. Now the B2, I'm not 100% sure what that was. I looked into it when I got this filter, but the filters that they have for them now, the same brand and that, they don't have the B2. They're just A2 and P3. Oh, with the A2, the 2 stands for that it's like it does a decent job. It's a good job. So I think it goes up to 3. It might go up to higher. But if it was A1, it's sort of inferior. A2 is better. It's superior. Does a better job. All right. So A1 would be not that great. You don't want that. So A2 is good. It's fine for resins. It's good for resins. I guess A3, if you can get that, because I'm not 100% sure, but I assume you can, it'll do an even greater job. All right. Now, like I said, the B2, I don't know what that is. It'd be easy to look up. But the, sorry if there's lighting. I'm just holding this up by hand. Sorry, guys. But the P3, it's particle, okay? So P3, because it's the number 3, it's even more superior than 2, obviously, okay? So it's really good at filtering out very, very, very fine particles, like very extremely small particles, okay, dust. So for me, for instance, when I'm mixing my resin, I'm using lots of powdered stuff. I mean, some of the stuff is literally like dust. Like, when I'm mixing it and I'm vortexing it, sometimes it's, in the air and it's floating around. So that is really good for me, because it filters all that out. I don't breathe in. You don't want that in your lungs, all right? For instance, the like the metal powders, some of those are extremely small, like nanoparticles. All right, we use all sorts. We use lots of different sizes. All right, it's not all just one size of metals. Nor are they large pieces. We never use large pieces. It's always small to nano, okay? So that's it there. So I'm not going to breathe any of that in because of that filter. That filter's got me covered. You know what I mean? So I've purchased some more because this one's getting kind of old. It is in an alloy case, so it's quite hardy. All right, so you can fit other ones on there. So this type of mask, the fitting that is to screw the canister on is an RD40. That's what fitting it is, the screw that fits in there. So you can get any canister with an RD40 screw, and it'll fit there. So you don't have to get the same brand. You can get other brands. You can get bigger canisters. You can get ones that do a lot more stuff, and it's going to cost you probably half the price or double the price. And it'll do a lot more for you, and just to really cover your bum, or you might be able to get like A3 and do a superior job of the fumes from the resins. All right, so yeah, and for other protections, like you can do what you want with that. You can obviously wear gloves. There's a specific type of glove that's better for resins. I forget the name of it. I started out using all gloves and all that and whatever, but I don't tend to do it now, unfortunately, because I just get it everywhere and I'm always back and forth. I'm always whatever. And if I have to chop and change my gloves all the time, I'll go through them so much and it costs me a lot of money because I'm just like one pour, say I'm doing one pyramid and multiple layers, I'll chew through bloody 20 pairs of gloves and it's like done. You know, so you'll be up for a new box in a couple of pours and it's just not worth it for me. So I do get it on my hands, but it's not very good. But sometimes I've got like a little tub and it's got acetone in it, like with a big lid, so I can put things in there like my molds or whatever to clean them, because acetone will eat the resin. It's good for cleanup and that. So sometimes I'll swish. I'm not recommending this. Swish my fingers just in there, my fingertips, just to loosen it up. I'll go instantly to paper towel and wipe off the residue, and then I'll go wash my hands with soap and water and that. And then I've got a hard, I don't know what it is. It's a hard thing that like it'll really scrub your hands. It's a solid thing. It's got like bubbles, so it's really hard, like it's a little rock, and it scrubs and it gets all the stuff off. Like really roughs up your hands, roughs up your nails, but it lifts off if there's any resin and takes it off. That's what I do. I'm not recommending that. It's not good for you because it's on your hands, but that's how I do it. What else can I talk to you about with the resins? Protection. I'll have a think about that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what it looks like with me on. I'm going to put it on, all right, so you get to see me with it on, what it would look like, okay? I'll try to hold the phone as far away as I can so you can get a good look. But another thing to note is obviously resin, like, because you go back and forth. If you're making an orgonite or some sort of resin project, whatever, it's going to stink, right? Normally, unless you got the, I think one brand that comes to mind is that art resin. I've never used it, but they claim that it's completely non-toxic at all. You don't need any masks or anything like that. It's absolutely fine. Still, me, I would not trust that, and I would invest, okay? I wouldn't, just because you can't smell it, like, just, they say no, their data sheet says no, whatever, like, it's great for you. Don't trust it, all right? I wouldn't trust it still. Anyway, so yes, resin, normally, if you're not getting that stuff, but a lot of it off gases, because it's a chemical reaction. Most of them have fillers and stuff like that. All that off gases, all right, fumes. That's the VOCs and whatever, and other solvents they use. And so when you're going back and forth, like I say, I'm making it in the shed, and you need to go in and check on it, chuck this back on. Or at least, you don't have to do it up. You can just hold it to your face, go in and have a look where it's at. Sometimes I go in there just to check, do I need to pop bubbles? Or just with like a stick to see how, like where the layer is at, like, is it where it's at curing? Because I've got to pour another layer, say. So if it's gunky or like really tacky, just before it goes hard, then I'm like, oh, I'll put the mark on properly, I'll mix up the batch, do what I do, vortex it, the whole shebang, add all the ingredients, all the gold, 24 karat gold, all the, just lots of stuff, and mix it up, do it, bang, all right? So going back and forth, you need your mask on if you go past. If you can smell it, you're consuming it. And then, yeah, don't put anyone else around it, even if it's your animals, your pets. They shouldn't be anywhere near it either. If they're breathing it, they're consuming it. Like I'm saying, a lot of them cause cancer. They're horrible for your health. All right, so your kids and all that, you keep them right away. Keep them right away. They're not allowed there. If otherwise, you need a mask for everyone. Basically, that's how you do it properly. That's how it should be done. All right, and then yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this on, and we'll see what it looks like. And I'll try to talk. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me properly, but let's just do it. Now this one is very simple to use. All right, so you got these here straps, right? And all you do is you pull them and release them. Okay, so if you want to tighten it, you give them a good old pull. You pull that, put the metal thing out the way like that, and then you can pull it. See that? All right, it's better with two hands, but very easy. You just tighten them up, chuck it on, and you're good to go. Okay, guys. Now this is what I look like what I'm making, okay? So hopefully you can hear me speaking a little bit louder, but yeah, you can see these things here just flap around, whatever. But that there, you can see what I mean. You try to make them the same length on your head, and you know, the same length back here. You can estimate with the length when you're feeling it. And how you get the good suction is what I was talking about. So this here's the, when I breathe in, so that's when the air comes in, and the air comes out under here through that blue bit. So whenever I breathe out, there's a little valve in there that allows air to come out. Right? So, and how you know you've got good suction, so you're not breathing in the fumes, you block this up. Alright, so you watch the mask, it should suck in. I don't know if you'll see, but let's have a try. Alright, so that's how you know you've got a good suction. Alright, so that's that now. Since I don't need this on, I'm going to take it off. Alright guys, so that there might just about wrap it up for this video. So if you, I hope you liked it. A little story. I was beating around the bush there. You could sort of see what I was trying to do. But if you guys need anything like, if you want to know any questions about this or anything protection, just leave your comments down below. I'll do my best to try to answer you. Sometimes the notifications, I don't even get notified, or I don't realize I've even got notifications. Okay, so sorry if I don't get back to you. It's not intentional. I'm not trying to be rude. I do try to answer everyone back, unless it's a stupid comment like, your organite's crap, doesn't do anything, or whatever. Like, and those people wouldn't even have had purchased some of our stuff to know, or they just don't believe orgonite is actually works. They just think it's stupid pseudoscience or something. There's hardcore facts and physics and all the rest of it behind it. I can describe how it all works. So like, those people can go away. Alright. But like the model number and stuff like that, if you are keen on getting this particular one, so Dragger, or I guess that's how you spell it. If you try to, it's on there. So I don't know if that's backwards on you, but it's Drager. That's what the brand is called. Now this model is the X Explorer, and the number is 6,300. So 6300. All right. So 6300. So that's the model. Okay, that's what I've got. To me, that was a good one. That's like one of the better ones. And like I was saying, it's got the full face mask. So that's, if I was you, I'd get that, because even if say you use acetone, for instance, to clean up, which is, it's good to clean up with, just, you don't want that even splashing in your eyes. You don't want the fumes are going to go hit your eyes too. You're going to breathe it. Obviously, that's what the mask is for. Because a lot of them, you get the mask, they've got the double filters on there just for your mask. Your eyes are still left open, but this shit can go through your eyes, irritate your eyes, okay? These fumes are nasty. The resins, the acetones, the whatever you're using, other solvents, I don't know. Everyone's doing lots of stuff, okay? So the full face mask is always a good deal, better deal for your health. You're gonna, it's just a better investment, okay? So spend the extra money if you can. And I know money's tight for a lot of people. It's tight here as well. We're not banking in. We're not rich. We're getting by. That's what we're doing. All right. For those of you who buy our orgonite and know it's good and know it works and can feel it and have done your testing and you go, this basically your SHIT is legit, because it is. Because I don't muck around. I'm not there to put out cheap fake stuff. A lot of the stuff, like, you can just look on websites after websites and through Facebook and YouTube, and most of them, probably 95% at least, they're probably pure junk and rubbish, and they look pretty and they got glitter in them, and they might be loaded with like your chips, crystal chips and stuff like that, mostly clear, like, or even if you do mostly clear, I can do it like a 90% clear piece and the 10% the orgonite matrix, and it's still far superior than some of their junk that's twice, 3 times the size, and it's got larger particles of metal in it. It's just a fact. It's the way it is, okay? I know, I just understand this stuff. And I'm sure a lot of you do too, and because you realise this too, or you're just new to this and you just, sorry, I'm trying to show you guys something, I'm just going to untangle it. You're just new to this or whatever, and these energy amplifying vortex coils that we're doing, geometric shape, they're a dodecahedron. I think that's what you call it, dodecahedron or whatever. Some of them have different coil designs, like the Star of David. which is very good as well. But these will be available on Etsy soon. These ones here, okay. So I've got 5. All these days we put MWOs on the back because it makes the most sense ever in the world. MWOs, see, MWOs, they're double as well. So what you see on the front, there's also an antenna on the back of that disc, the MWO disc. So you get a double effect, okay? It's more of a complete thing. It completes the, how would you say? They have lots and lots of frequencies. All those little bands, they produce different frequencies. They're picking up a broad range of different frequencies that are found in nature, all things living that thrive. It's picking up the ether, the energetics of nature. Now, in harmony with our body, our cells, okay, our own mitochondria, every cell in our body, it resonates with that. And it's healing, okay? They've done testing with this, so it's not woo-woo bullshit, whatever. They're a specific measurement. They resonate with the human body and other things that are living, plants, animals, whatever. You put a disc down and a pot on a plot plant, it'll do better, okay? So by having that right here on your heart, your blood is circulating around, it's changing, structuring, healing, it's taking the healing energies around your whole body. It's way cool. This is another one, different color. Starry David, a big quartz in the middle. You can see that. Clear quartz, so it's hard to see, but it is in there. Having these in the center of the vortexes is very key as well. This one here, the lighting's not very good, but that's all your chakra color, Star of David chakra color and Rodin coil as well. You can see that in the center, the silver Rodin coil. Based on Marko Rodin's vortex-based mathematics. Oh, we've got another tongue. I'll show you another one. Same but different sort of thing. It's just the red, black, and the silver. Okay. So it depends on what you're after. Then we've got now this one might be harder to show up, but when it's out in the light, because there's poor lighting in here, I've got the light behind me. If I was sitting the other way, it'd be better because the light will be, natural light will be at us. Now, this one here, like I was saying, it's darker, but it's your green, blue, and your purple, okay? In the sun, or outside, or in natural light, if I was facing the other way, you can really see it. But for those of you who want like a darker one, but it'll still pop when the light hits it, okay? Better. All right, but guys, those ones will be available on Etsy soon. Today, I'm going to try to get those up. I don't know when this video is coming up, but I've been talking for a long time. Hopefully you enjoyed the protection video. Yes, look at getting yourself something. If you can't afford that, get something. Make sure you've got the appropriate filters. Don't just wear like a stupid mask that we're using for COVID or whatever. Like, that's not going to filter anything out. A piece of material over your face is not going to filter anything out, okay? They're absolutely useless, and they were useless for the pandemic as well. People are still doing it. Why? I have no idea. They're useless, absolutely useless. There's more negatives than any positives. There's like no positives, all negatives. All right. And all it's going to do is stop people's spit projectile. You know, when people are talking to you, everyone's had this happen, and the spit projectile comes at you, or if someone sneezes on you, or coughs. That's about it. But like, if you're going to get sick, you're still going to get sick. They don't filter any germs out. You cough, they still go through the cloth. Anyway, that's a whole another another topic. But yes, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I need to wrap it up. More orgonite is coming up, more pendants. The ones that I just listed not long ago, all the colourful ones, because I got a heap more wire, the magnet wire, all in different colours. So I went spam and I've did a few designs and stuff like that with all the pretty colours, pinks and better purples, and like a real light, I guess metallic blue, I guess you'd say. Anyway, so I found a source, and it's like, yeah, magnet wire, enamel coated. So it's isolated so that every time you wrap a coil, they're not, the individual copper wire is not touching each other, short circuiting or whatever. All right, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm trying to get up more orgonite for you guys to look at, to purchase, to protect you. They are good, they do work. Have done a couple of testing videos along the way. I know for a fact they work well with plant growth. Growing mung beans is what we've got. And yeah, just check that video out. It's a little while ago, but whatever. I might, if I remember, put the link in there. I just did it with a pendant just like this, and the growth rate was probably double, and the life force energy was a lot more, and can't argue with that. Is what it is. All right, guys. Structure your water, structure you, preserve your foods and fruits and vegetables. And I also I did a short saying that these here may even preserve you. If they preserve fruits and veggies, and they've got more life force energy, and they are full of paramagnetics, which also pick up the Earth's natural resonance and amplify the Earth's natural energies, focusers all here for you. It's going to help preserve you. All right? The materials that we use, even just iron oxide, black iron oxide, magnetite, sand, if you put that in the soil, just some of that in the soil, in your pot plant, in your garden, whatever, your plants are going to thrive. The reason is, it's not because it's iron, it's because iron is a paramagnetic. All right, so it's picking up the Earth's natural resonance, Earth's energies, the Schumann resonance and stuff like that. It's picking up all the Earth's goodies and amplifying it at the plants. All right, they're picking up the energies. Plants convert energy into matter. Once you understand that, so they use energetics, and they convert it into matter, into fruit, into vegetables, whatever. Like they can take energy and actually make it into matter, into the fruit. And then we as humans, we can come and collect that fruit and eat it. And we're the opposite way. We can take matter and convert it into energy. Okay, when we eat food, body breaks it down, converts it into energy. Okay, it's synchronic, hang on. Oh my god, the word. Anyway, it's designed, is what I'm getting at. It's this place that we're in, everything. Forget Big Bang, it's designed, okay? It has to be. It is designed. Just look at it, look around. All right? It's designed this way. You don't just have an explosion and it creates everything. Nothing works like that. What explosion ever has created anything? Big Bang, apparently. No, people know. All right. All right, guys, that is it. This is S from S&a'sorgnitecreations, signing off.